This is water, not tea, but I'm going to be sipping it anyway. Hi everybody. In recent videos, I have been talking all about consumerism and the planner community, and specifically fear of missing out and being influenced to buy things that we don't actually need. So I figured if I was going to talk all this shit, I better lay my planner dick out on the table. Oh, and that's probably going to piss off all of you who might find this video have never seen me before. Yes, I cuss. It's a thing I do. So today I'm going to be talking about 10 things that I bought because I was influenced to buy them. I'm not sure why I bought them, and I didn't use them, or I don't use them, or I may have used them for a little bit and then realized they didn't work for me. 10 planner purchases that I regret. Number 1 is a dramatization because I've actually gotten rid of all of them finally. So these are actually, I don't remember where I got these. These are page flags that stick, but these are to represent Target page flags. If you have been in the planner community long enough, you know that for a while there, everybody and their mother and their grandmother was going to the Target dollar spot. It's not called that anymore, but it used to be the Target dollar spot, and everything used to be $1 instead of some like $6 bullshit like they've got now, and would go and dig to find all of the awesome page flags. And for what fucking reason? They never stuck to anything. Ever. And I wound up with a fucking stack of them, and people were buying them off of other people for all of this extra money because they had to have them. It was like your kid's college fund of Target page flags, and they didn't stick to anything. I think I used them every once in a while, and I used a tape runner to actually make them stick. How goddamn useless is that? So by far, Target page flags. And I can fully place the blame on Facebook groups for that, the planner groups I was in, because that was where the frenzy was going down. And you can add to this category that one purse that was popular hella days ago from Target, and that cup with the eyeballs. I never actually bought that one, but I bet some of you have that creepy cup with the eyeballs on it. Any of those things that Target sells that suddenly become a craze? No! Number 2 is going to surprise you. Power sheets. I'm not referring to the 2020 power sheets. I'm actually using those. Nor am I referring to the 2019 power sheets. I use those for the entire year. I'm talking about the other 3 years of power sheets that I bought and didn't use. When I think about how much money I spent on that, it just horrifies me. I bought the set of power sheets back in the day before they were even bound. When you put them in a binder yourself, they were 3-hole punched. I had those, and I had a bound one. I think I might have bought 2 sets of power sheets. No, I think it was 3. 3 sets of power sheets that I never used. With some of them, I didn't even get through the prep work. So if you've never gotten through the prep work on the power sheets, you're not alone. And now that I'm using them, I'm loving them. But that doesn't change the fact that if they were $60 a pop and I bought 3 of them, then I spent $180 on fucking power sheets that I never used. Oh my God, I really should not do the adding up of all of these things because it's going to screw me over, my dudes. Now, number 3, I don't actually have in front of me. I think I gave them to my kid because I just couldn't anymore, but I made a video on it from way back in the day. And to this day, I still get comments on this video telling me I'm doing it wrong. I don't care if you think I'm doing it wrong. To be perfectly honest with you, if the instructions that I followed meant that I wasn't doing it right, then there is some bullshit up with these fucking chameleon markers. And you know which ones I'm talking about because they've floated around on Facebook, and you watch the video and you see them draw with it and it changes colors and you're like, holy shit, I want those cool color changing markers. And you can only see that flow through your feed so many times before you buy them. So I bought them. I couldn't figure them out. I followed the instructions, couldn't figure them out. Waste of goddamn money. So I gave them to my kid because they're alcohol markers. And my kid actually uses alcohol markers, so I figured they get some use out of them, but they can't figure them out either. So for all of you who told me I don't know how to use them right, if the instructions aren't correct, then what the hell is? I'm going to feel like a dick saying number 4 because I really love this person. The Amy Tangerine Happy Planner box, the Be Happy box. I don't know what I was thinking. I looked to see if I had any of the stuff. The tote bag is around here somewhere. That's the whole reason I bought the box. And I still use the tote bag. But to be perfectly honest, I have about a kabillion cute tote bags, and I really didn't need another one. But you know what else I didn't need? A Happy Planner that I don't use, Happy Planner stickers that I don't use, Happy Planner inserts and Happy Planner dashboard that I don't use. But I got all of these things. I think the only other thing I've used is the washi, and I have so much washi that I've barely even touched it. I think that was a $50 box for a tote bag that I use when I remember where it is. Now, number 5, I do still have. And I think I said I was going to send it to one of my patrons. I got to figure that out. I'm really bad at that, at sending things to people. I'm good at it with my shop, but I'm terrible at it when it comes to other things. I have a giveaway that's been going. By the time you see this, I should have taken care of it already. Anyway, You saw me use this in October. And I used it for like a week or two and then was like, fuck this noise. And that is the Archer and Olive Blackout Journal. Now, this particular situation had everything going for it. I loved the look of the Blackout Journal spreads that I saw on Instagram. I thought they were so cool. I have been a gel pen fan since the 90s because I'm just that kind of dude. I was doing the Nightmare Before Christmas Doodle Challenge, and I love how this looks. But I stopped using it about 9 days in. And you want to know why? I cannot handle how long it takes for the gel pens to dry. Every single page in this book, even when I was putting paper in between them, smudged onto the other page. Every single page. I do not have patience for a blackout book. Today, I got an email from Archer and Olive saying they have a new craft paper bullet journal. And I was like, oh, that would look rad too. And they were writing out with white gel pen. That would look so sexy. And I stopped myself because of this journal and said, it'll be the same fucking problem. You're not going to like it. Don't do it. And these are not cheap. This is like a $30 journal. No, dude, no. Blackout journaling, I love looking at your guys's. I will never fall for that mistake again because I got so ragey using this thing. Speaking of journals, another one that I got super influenced to buy, but this was actually from like the more Michelle Baxter quirky heart kind of side of the planner internet. It was the Yellow Paper House Junk Journal. It's like Tobias Funke. I bought this because it has all of the different paper in it. And I was like, this is going to be so cool. It'll inspire me to be creative. I even lettered on it, use your shit. Note that with the exception of this back page, the use your shit page is the only page I used. I didn't even take the little cover tab off of it. I think I learned from this thing that having different colors and types of paper is not going to inspire me to be as creative as, say, just a blank watercolor sketchbook will. This was a total waste of money for me. This is a cool product, and I can see some people loving this product. But I literally am so nonplussed when I look at it. It's just not something that inspires my particular creativity, at least not right now. I think I'm going to keep this one because who knows when this might inspire me. But for right now, it's like, well, that was a waste of money. This next one is going to hurt to admit to. And I have one for an example, but it's not the only one. I spent a lot of money on this. And it was all because of the Instagram aesthetic. And I could never seem to find it. And that would be Pocketsized traveler's notebooks. Do you guys remember when these were super popular in the planner community? And I was like, I am going to do all of my challenges and all of my lettering. And I did do some of my lettering in them. I actually have lettering in this one. And I did all the cool setup with all the dividers and all the vellums and all of the things and all of the fanciness because that's what everybody else was doing. And I just could never catch on to these. They were both too small and too complicated. I spent some good money on some of these notebooks, and I'm keeping a couple of them because they have sentimental value to me, but it's not something I ever used, and I can lay the blame for this one squarely, besides myself, squarely on Planner Instagram at the time, which is why I was so adamantly against B6 Traveler's Notebooks for myself, because I could feel myself starting to slide in that direction, and I just knew it was going to be another fucking problem, and I didn't want to go buy a bunch of other Traveler's Notebooks that I wasn't going to use. So I learned from that mistake. But every time I see these, I'm like, God, that is so cute. Maybe I should. Don't do it, Cindy. Don't do it, Cindy. This is another one that's hard to admit to because I'm actually using these, but at the same time, I'm kind of hating on myself for the hype. And I'm going to preface this by saying I fell for the highlighter hype once, and that was with the mild liners. And I love my mild liners. I think my mild liners are great. You would think I would be satisfied with them forever, but no. Enough bullet journal content and bullet journal pictures have passed in front of my face where I finally questioned myself and said, are mild liners the only awesome highlighter game in town? Are they? Or are these aesthetically pleasing highlighters, the Stabilo Boss highlighters? Are these as good or superior to the mild liners? And because I'm a completionist, instead of just ordering a couple of these, I ordered the whole fucking 15-pack or whatever it is, the whole long set that comes with the stand, because I was like, these things have got to be better than the mild liners because so many people use these. No, people use these because they look good in pictures. These things bleed like a motherfucker. They bleed like a motherfucker. And the mild liners have a much better color range. These guys have a nice color range, but the mild liners blow them out of the water. People love these because they look awesome stacked next to each other in their pictures. I'm using them because I don't want to hate myself for getting them, but I'm just saying, God damn it. I thought I was past getting had by Instagram, but nope, I'm not. If everything I've just talked about, I got influenced to buy by my friends and by people that I see on social media, like whether they're influencers or just people posting their pictures on the internets. This thing was a Facebook ad that was marketed directly to me, and I fell for it. I don't think I've ever fallen for a Facebook ad before, except this time. And while I still think I might find some use for it, it has been the most neglected new purchase that I have brought into this house in the last 3 months. And that is the Maker's Workbook. This is a planner that was marketed to me on Facebook ads, like one of those ads that gets promoted in your feed. And I ordered it one night when I was exhausted. I didn't even remember ordering it at first. It's a goal-setting workbook and planner for artists, crafters, and handmade makers in business. And I am planning to do a review. The only reason I haven't done one yet is because the physical one is sold out and you can only get the printable one. So I wasn't sure if I wanted to do a review on something you could only get the physical one. But if I don't even do a review, it's like, why did I even get this? Am I going to use it? I don't know. And I had it, it's a cool planner, but I don't need it. And I ordered it because a Facebook ad sold to me. This last purchase happened very recently. It was when I was on the prednisone and all of the painkillers because of the gout. I didn't remember ordering this either. I remember ordering something specific and not realizing I had added all this other stuff on. This was very much a painkiller purchase. However, I also can trace the FOMO of wanting this to all of my friends in the planner world who all decided they want to use Erin Condren folios with daily planners as part of their planning system this year. A bunch of people I follow, a bunch of people I'm friends with are doing that this year. My kid is doing that this year. And so somehow, even though I know I don't like traveler's notebooks, even though I know I don't like the daily planning layout, even though I know weekly planning is more my thing and I'm happy with my planners, for some reason, while I was on painkillers, I did not order 1 or 2 or 3. I ordered 7 petite planners, the whole year's worth of daily planners, which I already had and I gave to my kid because I don't use them, the meal planner, a dot grid planner, and a wellness log. I have no idea. So I'm going to probably put these in a giveaway, but I look at them and I think, the fuck was I thinking? I'm not going to use these. I most definitely regret purchasing these. I may keep the meal planner. I really like the other one and the one I've used before and I don't know where it is. But in general, of everything I've bought recently, everything I've purchased, every sticker I've purchased, everything I've purchased in the last couple of months, I've had a purpose behind it. I've known exactly why I was buying this, but this, no idea, no clue. So yes, I definitely regret this. I would love to hear from you in the comments. What is your most recent regretful purchase or something from the past that you've regretted? Whether you feel like you were influenced to buy it or you were like me, you got Facebook marketed to, or you bought it when you were on painkillers, or you just bought it and you didn't use it. Let me know something that you bought planner related that you regret in the comments below. We will be continuing this conversation about consumerism on my podcast and here on the channel, so make sure that you subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, my dudes, peace out.